Now, to make things look better and to actually implement a login mechanism and accepting username and password from users to log in, we will use something called UI library. And UI library is a set of collection of components that you can implement to have a starter point to create your components. So we're not going to create everything from the ground up. So one of the libraries that provide pre-made components, so Preline has a version of open source, as you can see here. And after you go to their website, you can scroll down. You can see, for example, in pages or in forms, you can see that authentication form there, and we were going to use this one to authenticate our application. Copy this code. We go back to our login page, and then here we're going to paste that code. We hit save, go back to our application, we refresh the application. If we go now to the dashboard, we'll see the login components right here. A few edits we will do on that component to make it actually work. First, I want to adjust the styling of it. So now it takes the full width of its parent. This is not what I want, so I will give it a max width of maybe MD and MX auto. What we need to do also, remove the sign in with Google, because we're not going to implement that. So here we have the sign in with Google button and the divider. We need to remove this. We will also remove the form tag. We're not going to use the form element anyway. We're going to use Alpine.js to handle our submission, removing the submit from the form. And lastly, I think that's it. We need to then implement how are we going to log in. Now we're gonna save and refresh the page to see the changes. Now we need to actually implement the sign in. If we go back to the localhost and then /_, you would get into the admin UI. You can see that we have our users collection, and inside our user collection, if you click here, API preview, you can see API endpoints for this users collection. What are we interested in is auth with password using the Client.js SDK that we installed in the previous video. We're going to use this method to authenticate our user. We're going to do it via Alpine.js. So to do that, we'll go ahead into our login page, the parent element, we create an xData attribute. This xData will be the object of our variables that saves, for example, the loading state. This will indicate if we are signing in the user, so prevents the user from multiple sign up requests. We can have, for example, the email, which will be the email of the user that we will authenticate the user with, and maybe even the password, of course, which will be the password of the user that we will authenticate with. Then we'll create a function. That function will help us log in our users, which will be async login. This function would use PocketBase to log in our users. Now, before we start doing anything, we would set the loading. So we would say this.loading to be true to implement the loading state, and then we create a try except or try catch error. Here we're going to console log any error that's going to be caught after this, and then finally we will update the loading state. So we'll say this.loading to be false. This means it will update the loading state to be false, whatever happened here. So whenever this function returns, it will make the loading state to be false, so we can handle then what we show up to the user. Now, to authenticate the user, we're going to use the PocketBase client, of course, to do that. So we're going to create another constant. This constant would be, for example, the auth data that will be coming from awaiting the request of PP collection. So we could select the collection that we want to make the request or we want to use the endpoint of, and our collection is users. So this is the collection of our users. Now from this users collection, we would use the method of auth with password, and this method will help us authenticate our users with the email and the password. So we'll give it the this.email, which is the email value, and then this.password, which is the password value from this object here. Now we can check the auth data if it's valid by checking the auth store of PocketBase. So now after we logged in, if we logged in successfully, this will update the auth store in the browser. So we can check if pp.auth store. So if the authentication store is actually updated, we could have this is valid and it should be set to true. So if it's true, we're going to load content, meaning we're going to direct the user to the dashboard after the user is successfully logged in. Now, a few things we need to do. Of course, we need to bind these variables to our input. So we need to update those whenever the input is updated. We need to fire up this function, which is the login function, whenever the user click submit. Also, we need to handle the loading state. So we show up something, or maybe disable the login button. So here we can go, for example, sign up here. Also, we can adjust this to have the href sign up, and we can prevent the click. So click the prevent, meaning we don't run anything, only run the load content for our signup page. Now here inside our form, we would bind those variables. We will bind the input field value with this value from our xData object. And to do that, we will use another attribute of Alpine.js called xModel. So inside of our input tag, we would say xModel, and we would set that to be the email, which means it will use this variable of email inside xData. This is for our email, and now for our password as well, we can do the same thing. So we see that we find the input field of our password, and here we give it xModel to be equal to password, right? Just like that. And now we will go ahead and find for example, the button that we will do the submit on. So here is the button. So now we're gonna add a listener to click events, and we will fire up the login function whenever this button is clicked. Now, simply this would work, but we need to also implement the loading state. So what we want to do is to maybe create a binded variable or a binded attribute to disable this button. And there is a way in Alpine.js called xbind. So xbind works with whatever HTML attribute that you can have in your tags, and maybe run a JS expression there or JS syntax there. So for example, if we want to disable the button based on a value from our object, we just bind the disabled using the xbind. So we can either write it xbind like this, or we can just write it like that. So here inside the disabled, we will make the button disabled whenever loading is true. So we can just basically put the loading value here, and whenever the loading value is true, this will be true. Okay, that's what we want. Now we can also add some styling for our disabled button. Here they already have implemented some styles when the button is disabled, so we can just click save. We can also use the xtext from Alpine.js to change the text of the button if the user didn't click the button, and when the user clicked the button, we can make it, for example, signing in or loading xtext, and we make it equal to a JS expression. This expression will say if the loading is true, the text of the button will be, for example, signing in, right? So else would be sign in. All right, this is basically updating the text of this button to be following the state of loading. Now we hit save again, and we go back to our Go cards. If we refresh the page, now when we enter a valid user, and I have already created a valid user with authentication collection here. So inside our users collection, I have already created this user. I gave it an email and a password using this admin UI. All right. So now going back to our Go cards, input this username, email, and then the password. And then when we hit sign in, look what happens when we hit sign in. It says signing in, and now it signed us into our page. Now we can see that the dashboard page is here, and it shows private. We are successfully accessing the private content inside our dashboard. If we go to that dashboard, for example, we can see that we have an h1 tag here that shows a dashboard page. We can, for example, make it welcome. And when we save and refresh, so we have successfully implemented authentication using PocketBase. Next, we will go ahead and create the sign up page.